Hola.
Hola.
This is class 3. Today is January the 19th, and so we're going to go back over the content of today's class. And we went back to hay un hombre. There is a man. So, hay un hombre. And Paul, you're going to ask some questions about this one, or we're going to question on every slide?
No. We're not going to question tonight. We're going to do
What are we
some
gonna
other
do?
stuff.
All right. El
We're going
hombre
to,
es Glenn. What are we going to do tonight?
well, we're going to look at some greetings on this part as a bonus. And then we're also going to just do this like I'm going to be a character and I'm going to talk to you. And then I'm going to talk about the character, another character. So there's been the three characters in this story. So let's get trucking.
All right. Well, this slide has El hombre es Glenn. And this slide is hay otro hombre. And you said hay otro hombre. Like that. There's another man. El otro hombre es Neil Armstrong. The other man's Neil Armstrong. And now hay una mujer. La mujer es Julie. Hay un hombre. El hombre es Glenn. Hay otro hombre. El hombre es Neil Armstrong. Hay una mujer. La mujer es Julie. And we went over this vocabulary in the past. I'm not going to hit it again because also my slide messed up, but that's okay. And tonight we looked at es obvio and que ridículo. It's obvious, es obvio que ridículo, that's ridiculous. Or how ridiculous. Just a set phrase. And we have some greetings. Here we go. Paul, you want to do the greetings?
All right. Well, to say good morning, we say buenos dias, and that's good morning, used up to about noon. And then we have buenas tardes, which is your good afternoon. Try that. Joy, can you say that one after me? Buenas tardes.
Buenas tardes.
Now you try it to make sure you got that. Buenas tardes. Great. And then we have buenas noches. Can you say that, Joy?
Buenas noches.
Muy bien. Now you give it a go. Buenas noches. And that's like saying good evening or good night. And depending on the country, some countries they go to where the sun set to switch from buenas tardes to buenas noches. Sometimes it's in Spain, I read it's after you eat dinner. Even if and they eat dinner late.
They eat dinner really late.
And then another greeting you could just hear all through the day is buenas for just saying
buenas.
Hello. And then of course you have hola.
Hola.
And then
I could put that here.
Yeah, so you got your hola and the H is silent. Yeah. And then you have your hola. The H is silent. I was going to say something else about the greetings, but I can't really remember what. Oh, well, you do notice that we have buenos with an O. That's buenos dias. And then you switch the afternoon, you got your buenas. And so you got your buenas tardes and your buenas noches. All right. And you can double down. You can say hola, buenos dias, or those kind of things. So that's the greetings, and I will also try to include a video with some of this information on there. We just want to throw that out there as well. All right. Moving on.
All right. So we're going to talk about location and for where you are and how you feel. For how you feel and where you are, you always use the verb estar. So we're going to have estar.
Most of the time.
Okay, most of the time.
Yeah.
You're going to use the word estar. So we're going to use this in context, and your brain is going to figure it out. Glenn está in Alabama. So Glenn is in Alabama. Glenn is currently located in Alabama. Glenn está in Alabama. All right. We're going to move on to the next person. Neil Armstrong está en la luna. See, here he is on the moon, en la luna, and Neil está en McDonald's en La Luna. Neil está en McDonald's en La Luna. Julie está en Nordstrom. Julie está en Nordstrom in Rome. In Roma. And so somebody tonight said, Julie she's fancy. Julie es elegante. She's elegant, right? So there's our three people. We're going to go back. We're going to say Glenn está en Alabama. Neil está en La Luna. Neil está in McDonald's en La Luna. And Julie está en Nordstrom. Julie está en Nordstrom en Rome. Okay. Now.
Yeah, so what we're going to do is we're going to pretend to be one of the people, one of the characters here, and then you're going to talk to me as one of the other characters, and then you're going to tell me about one of the third character. And then Joy's going to leave a little bit of pause in her talking about that. So if you would like to try to repeat the sentence after her, then you'll have hopefully time to do that. Or you can always use the pause button. And it's looking like we're at 6 minutes and 37 seconds. So we're going to move on.
We're going to move along. All right. Yeah. So I'm going to be Julie, and Paul is going to be Neil.
Okay.
We're going to talk about Glenn. All right.
Right.
So
is there a way to pop the firms of Sarah and Estar on there? Do we need to pause?
We can pop those forms on there. Give me a pause. Yeah. Do that. Okay. We're back, and now we have a little verb chart. So that hopefully worked for you. And I'm going to be Julie. So, yo soy Julie. Paul, I forgot. ¿Tú eres Glenn o tú eres Neil?
I'll be Neil.
Tú eres Neil.
That way we can talk about Glenn.
Tú eres Neil. Excuse me. Tell me that you're Neil.
Yo soy Neil.
L es Glenn. L es Glenn. Glenn está en Alabama. Pablo, tú estás en tú eres Neil y tú estás en La Luna. Y yo estoy en Roma, en Rome, en la Nordstrom. Yeah, I like shopping. Estoy en la Nordstrom. Okay.
All right, so I'll be Neil, and I'm talking to you as Julie, and I'm going to talk about Glenn.
Yeah.
And I'll try to give a little pause too, so you can maybe repeat.
Okay. Good.
Hola. Yo soy Neil Armstrong.
Hola, Neil.
Yo soy un hombre. Yo estoy en la luna. Yo estoy en McDonald's en la luna. Now I'm going to be talking to you, so I'm going to say you are. Get in the camera there, Julie. Tú eres, and then I'll say tú estás or estás. Sometimes we leave out the tú. Tú eres, Julie. Tú eres una mujer. Tú estás en Roma, tú estás en Nordstrom. Nordstrom's? Nordstrom. And now I'm going to talk about Glenn. I'm going to go drop. See, this LS there also means he is. El está, he is. So here we go. Hay un hombre. I'm pausing a little bit there.
Good.
El hombre es Glenn. Glenn está en Alabama. Is there something else I was going to say about Glenn?
Glenn es un hombre.
Yes, Glenn es un hombre. So it's so that's good. You know, if you practice that, that's a good thing to do. And if you need to look at the charts here, or you could also talk about people in your family or whatnot. Practice. It's what we have there. So yeah, that's about it, isn't it?
All right. Yeah, we're over 10 minutes, so
yeah, we're at 11 minutes.
It's
past my bedtime.
It's past my bedtime.
So I should say buenas noches.
Buenas noches to everybody.
Nos vemos.
And
Adios.
Sí, nos vemos. Tune in next week because Glenn wants a Coke. Glenn quiere una Coca-Cola.
Glenn quiere una Coca-Cola.
That's
muy interesante.
Oh, very interesting. All right, we'll see you next week. Bye.
Bye.